So do you also use BigCommerce for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create BigCommerce customer on Jotform submission. So over here I'm running a fashion e-commerce store and we use BigCommerce and Jotform for our business. So what we do is we collect the potential client details with the help of Jotform. So now what I want is that as soon as a potential client submits their detail with the help of Jotform, automatically with the help of the same details a new customer should be created in my BigCommerce account automatically, that too without any manual efforts. So to do this we are going to create a connection between Jotform and BigCommerce. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video I'll show you how you can streamline the customer registration process, right, by integrating your Jotform account with your BigCommerce account, so that every time someone submits a registration form, their details are automatically added to BigCommerce as a new customer. This helps eliminate the manual data entry, ensure you to stay organized, and allow for a smoother experience for both you and your customers. So let's get started with a really simple example. So let's say that this is the registration form for my fashion e-commerce store, right? And let's say that my name is test user. So I'm just going to fill in this form. I'm just going to enter all of my details right over here. And after entering all of these details, we have to click on this submit. All right. So as soon as we are going to click on submit, yes, you can see your submission has been received. So now I'm just going to open my BigCommerce account. From the left side of the bar we have to go towards the customers, and as you can see a new customer has been created with the same details which we entered. You can see the name which we entered, and you can see the email and the phone number which we entered, right? So yes, this is the automation we are going to create in today's video, and if you also want to create this automation for your business, then you have to watch this video till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on sign in, and as soon as we are going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm just going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and as soon as we are going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you want to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. Alright, so now we are going to name our workflow right over here. So I want the workflow name to be how to create BigCommerce customer on Jotform submission. Jotform to BigCommerce. Alright, so I'm just going to click on create right over here. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our automation or a workflow will work. Alright, so trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger gives the commands to the workflow and the actions are response towards the same commands given by by our trigger. So therefore we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions right over here in a particular automation. All right, so today what I want is I want to create a BigCommerce customer on Jotform submission, right? So for that my trigger would be Jotform, because as soon as a new form submission is made I want my workflow to be triggered, right? So Jotform is going to give the commands to trigger the workflow on the new form submission, and BigCommerce is going to follow the command to create a customer. All right, so to start with our automation we are going to select the trigger application, which is Jotform. So I'm just going to search for Jotform right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it, and now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. Okay, so what I want is that as soon as a new response is received my workflow should be triggered or started. So we have selected the same as the trigger event, and as soon as we are going to select the trigger event it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Jotform account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we have to do is first we are just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we're going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Jotform account, open the form in the form builder and click on the settings tab, navigate to the integration tab and then search for webhooks. Okay, we are going to follow the same. So I'm just going to open my Jotform account, and as you can see all the forms which I have created. So I want to create this automation only for a single form, which is this registration form. Okay, so I'm just going to go towards the edit of this form for which I want to create this automation, and after opening this edit we have to go towards the settings, and now after coming on towards the settings from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the integrations tab, and now after coming on towards the integration tabs we have to search for webhooks right over here. Okay, so over here you can see search bar, so I'm just going to search for webhooks, and as you can see webhooks right over here. So we have to open this webhook, and now it is asking me to add the webhook. Okay, so first we have to erase this http// and then we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. So as you can see that this is the webhook URL which I have pasted. All right, so now after pasting this webhook URL we have to click on this complete integration green button, and as soon as we are going to click on complete integration, yes, you can see integration ready. You have successfully created your integration. All right, so I'm just going to click on finish right over here, and yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our Jotform account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response we have to do a test submission or record. Okay, and in order to do this test submission I'm just going to open Jotform again, and as you can see the button of publish, so we have to go towards the publish, and then as you can see that this is the shareable link of my form. Okay, so I'm just going to open this in a new tab, and as you can see that this is my form. All right, so I'm just going to fill in this form with the details and do the test submission. So for the first name I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as user. For the email I'm going to keep it as demoUser@pabblytunes.com, where for the phone number I want it to be this. We are going to move forward. Over here I'm going to enter the address, and after entering this address it is saying what category of products are you interested in. For that let's say that I'm going to select it as dresses. It is saying do you have any custom design preferences? If yes, please describe them. So over here I don't have any, so I'm just going to keep it as no and click on submit, and as soon as we are going to click on submit it is saying your submission has been received. So this means that Jotform has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of that submission right over here. You can see all the details which we entered. You can see the same address which we entered. Over here you can see the same phone number. You can see the same email. Over here you can see the same name, which is demo user. You can see the category too. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new response is received from my Jotform, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger the workflow and capture the response for the same. Okay, now what I want is I want to create a BigCommerce customer on Jotform submission, right? So for the action application we are going to select it as BigCommerce right over here. So I'm just going to search for BigCommerce right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it, and now it is asking me for the action event. So for the action event we are going to select it as create customer and click on connect, and as soon as we are going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your BigCommerce account with your Pabbly Connect workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the client ID, the access token, and the store hash key. And to get all of this, you have to follow me. Okay, so first we are going to enter the store hash key over here. So it is saying enter your store hash key here. You can find the store hash key in the path URL. Okay, so you're going to get the store hash key in the path URL of your BigCommerce account. So I'm just going to open my BigCommerce account, and as you can see that this is the URL. All right, so you can see the store hash keys after this https://store and then before .mybigcommerce.com. Okay, so as you can notice that this is my store hash key right over here between both of this. So I'm just going to copy my store hash key right from here and paste it right over here in my workflow. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that you have to paste your store hash key right from the URL after https://store and before .bigcommerce.com. And after pasting this store hash key, we are going to enter the client ID and the access token. And to get this, once again, we are going to follow the help text only. It is saying you can get these credentials by logging to your BigCommerce account. After login, the user sets as the store owner must create a store API account. To access the store API account, go to advanced settings and then API accounts and click on create API account. Okay, so we have to follow the same, but as you can notice that there's hyperlink on this API accounts. Okay, so we have to click on this API accounts right away directly so that we can direct it to the API account of my BigCommerce account. And as you can see that we have successfully been redirected right over here automatically without any efforts. So yes, this was really easy because I've already logged in my BigCommerce account. So if you also want to create this automation, first you have to log in all of your accounts to make this easy. All right, so after opening this API account, we have to go towards the create API account, and now it is asking me for the token type. So we have to select the token type as this only, and now it is asking me for the name. So for the name, I'm going to select it as Jotform right over here to avoid any confusion. Okay, we're going to move it forward. It is saying API path, we have to keep it as same only. Also you can notice that this is the store hash key which we have entered right over here in our workflow, right? So yes, we're going to move on forward. Over here it is asking me for the auth scopes. All right, so we have to give the permissions right over here. So in the help text you can see that it is saying enable the following auth scopes, which is content, customers, information and settings, marketing, orders and products. All right, so we have to enable this right over here. So first we are just going to enable the content fields. As you can see, this is also the same, so I'm just going to enable both of this content. We have to enable this customers, so we are just going to keep as modify and all. Customers login, I'm just going to select it as login, information and settings for the modify. Marketing, over here we are going to select it as modify, orders modify, order transactions modify. We are going to move on forward. We are going to look for products right over here. Okay, we are just going to scroll right over here, and as you can see products, we have to keep this also as modify. We are going to move it forward. We are going to look for any order. Yes, you can see order fulfillment, so I'm just going to keep it as modify, and after doing all of this, I'm just going to click on save. All right, so as soon as we are going to click on save, yes, you can see this is the client ID. Over here you can see the client secret and the access token. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy this client ID, paste it right over here in my workflow, and then we're going to paste this access token to copy it and paste it right over here. And after pasting both of these details, we have to click on save, and as soon as we are going to click on save, yes, we have successfully connected our BigCommerce account with our Pabbly Connect workflow. And now it is asking me for few details like first name, last name, email, company, phone. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to enter all of these details as the same which we received in the response of our Jotform. All right, you can see the first name, last name received. We are going to enter these same details right over here in my BigCommerce action step. All right, but we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Jotform as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So in here I'm going to give you an example. So it is asking me for the first name, right? So let's say that I'm going to enter the first name right over here by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because because this is static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response. Okay, I'm just going to erase this and map this from the previous response. So I'm just going to look for first name, and as you can see, the same. So let's say we're going to map this first name from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. So as we map the first name, we are going to map the last name too. All right. So I'm just going to look for last name in the previous response, and as you can see, users. So we're going to map it over here. We are going to map the email address. I'm going to look for email, and as you can see, the same. So we're going to map it. We are going to move it forward. It is asking me for the company. So as you can see, this is not the required details. So I'm just going to leave it as blank and map the phone number. So I'm just going to look for phone, and as you can see, the same. So we're going to map it. And after mapping all of the required details, we are just going to move on forward and click on save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely map the another details too. All right. So I'm just going to click on the save and send test request button right over here. And as soon as we are going to do so, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response, that we have successfully created a new customer with the same details. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my BigCommerce account and check for the new customer created. All right. So I'm just going to open my BigCommerce account right from here, and over here you can see that this is my customers page. So I'm just going to refresh this to check for the new customer created. All right. So as soon as we are going to refresh this, yes, you can see a new customer has been created. You can see the same name which we entered. All right. You can also see the same email address which we entered and the same phone number which we entered, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new response is received from my Jotform account, automatically with the help of the same details, a new customer would be created in my BigCommerce account without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend, and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just close this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.